Hi, my name is Elin, and I am so glad that you are here. Welcome to the Red Thread Knitting Podcast. Hi, I am Elin. I am coming to you from Gothenburg, Sweden, and I am a knitter, sometimes a crocheter, and I have been thinking a long time about doing a podcast, just because I got so into this, and I get so inspired by all the wonderful podcasts out there, and just keeping me company, making me learn new things, see new things. I feel like I get some friends out there, and in this wonderful world of just knitting and yarn and crocheting. So I thought, why not contribute to this? If someone sees this, I'm very glad that you're here. In a way, I would say it's the biggest reason that I actually sit here, is that it makes me, it gives me time and opportunity to think about and reflect about my knitting, and also reflecting about what I'm, how I have made things. And also I think this is so interesting to be learning new things all the time. And I will probably talk about this in another podcast episode, but I started knitting 1.5 years ago, and starting doing this in a period of my life where I'm learning a lot of new things. I really feel it's so interesting to find out what I learn from every new project. So I really want to kind of save these thoughts for future me, because it's like when you learn to ride a bike, it's so difficult in the beginning, or taking driver's license, but then you just, when you learn it, you just do it. And I want to like catch these small things that is big things when you learn them, if you know what I mean. So in this podcast I will talk about what I have been making, what I am making, and also what inspires me right now. And in this very first episode, I will take you with me to Prague and Vienna, because me and my partner were there this July, and I actually found a couple of yarn stores that I would like to show you, just some footage that I took. So please join me. So I'll start with what I am wearing. This is a t-shirt called Huldratee by the designer Kreativakym. She's a Swedish designer living in Norway, so maybe she's a Norwegian designer. Anyway, I got the opportunity to test knit this for her, and I was so glad to be able to. It was my very first test knit, but I just saw this beautiful lace yoke, and I immediately knew what yarn I would want to use making this. So when I got to test knit, it was just to start, because I had it at home and I didn't know what to do with it. So and I really, really like it. It's a beautiful garment, and it's a very nice yarn. I'll show you. And also I learned something. Sometimes you gotta learn some things the hard way. If you compare this, well, I'll show you first. So this is the yoke, and this is the t-shirt. If you compare my pictures of this, if you compare this to all the other knitters who made this, you will see that they have somewhat larger holes in the yoke, and I kind of don't. And that is because I was, when you make the yarn over, you can do it in different ways, right? So when I learned to do this, I just went with what felt right, and I thought it shouldn't really matter what way you go, right? Well, it does. It does. And actually, thank you to Kreativakym, Stina, who saw this and very kindly just asked me how I had done the yoke. So there and then I got to think about how my yarn overs were made, and I'll show you in another project where I really learned that it was actually the yarn overs that's the problem. Anyway, I love the t-shirt. It's very nice, and the pattern is very nice. I think even with my kind of modification, you can call it that. And the yarn, I've got one hank left. This is it, and okay, so it's not the best lighting in here. I'm sorry about that. I'll make some B-rolls for you. It's very soft. It's 50% silk and 50%, no, it's 45% silk and 55% superwash BFL wool. 400 meters per 100 grams. And this is, I bought this at Rät och Avig from Sweden. So it's hand dyed. I think you can see this in the garment as well. but it's very, very smooth, not very big changing of the colors. It kind of a little bit is itching. I think it's the BFL, but it's also warm, so it's nice. All right, let's get on. So since this is the first podcast, I will show you some of my recently finished objects, and I might pick up more later on. But this, I have been really into learning how to knit socks lately. I kind of started to try that quite early in my when I had been knitting for just a few months, and it was too difficult. But now I have learned quite a lot, and I felt ready to try it again. Also, I found very good tutorials from the Crazy Sock Lady, and a very good pattern. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to show you right now. I will show you these beauties. These are some short socks in a pattern that I will talk about quite soon. So it's a lace pattern, I think you call this. It's cabled on the top of the foot, and as you can see, it is holes, and oh yeah, of course it's yarn overs. Yes, so I think you would call it lace. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I want to learn. Yeah, so the yarn overs. You can see which sock is the first one I made, because I actually do have two. Because starting this project, I hadn't quite really found out what exactly was the problem with my non-existing holes in this yoke. And I saw this, it's very clearly here, because I started making the yarn overs as I had always, since I started knitting, that I had always done. And I was like, oh, but there's no holes. Should I do this another way? And then I tried, and then I just kept on going in the correct way. So you can see it's not very existing holes up here, and very much more existing holes later on. So this is the difference of making the yarn over in one way or the other way. I need to tell you which one it is. It's called the Willow Socklets, and it's a free pattern. I found it on Ravelry. It's made by the designer Tania Bangart. I'm sorry if I am pronouncing that wrong, but it's a very, very nice pattern, and I do really like it. It was very fun knitting this, and it's also very nice heel. Look at this. So I like it. The yarn is actually cotton. It's called Cotton Color Tutti Frutti. It's made by, I'm sorry about this, it's been used. It's from Regia. Yeah, I'll insert the picture. So it's actually inspired by fruit. It's a very nice color change, and I try to make them as equal as possible. It was also quite good because, like, one of the difficult things about making socks, I think, is to know when to how long to make them for the foot. So when I had tried on the first one and made that, and I found that okay, this is fine, then I could just look at which color change I should start the next part on the second sock. So that was nice. Yeah, so this is from, I think the company is called Sachenmeier, or really Schachenmeier, right? It is 72% cotton, 18% polyamide, and 10% polyester. And 100 gram, this one is 100 gram, it's 420 meters. So I think I have enough to make more socks. The recommended needle is 2 to 3 millimeters. And I made this with a 2.5 millimeter needle. Although it's quite floppy. What's the word? It's not very, it doesn't keep, I actually haven't washed them either. I'm kind of afraid to do that because it's cotton and I've heard that it is growing. I eventually will have to. So we will see how that goes. Yeah. So the next pair I will make in with a smaller needle to see how that turns out. Okay, so I just I found another lamp, so it's a bit easier to show you. Okay, now I want to show you what I have been knitting on for very many hours the last couple of months. I really wanted to make something summery, something to wear in the summer. We were also going to travel to warm countries, and I have had a yarn for this since the last summer when I bought it. And I really wanted to make a t-shirt, a somewhat loose fitting t-shirt, something like the Cumulus tee by Petite Knit, but I really wanted to make something that was not Petite Knit, because I have made Petite Knit patterns before, and I wanted to make something else. So then I found on Ravelry a pattern called Velen, or Velen, or Velen. Anyway, I'll try to write it on the screen. And this is how far I've come. So this is a very nice pattern. I do need to say that I wanted to make stockinette stitch pattern, and Velen this pattern is not stockinette stitch. It is a very beautiful pattern, shifting knits and purls in a beautiful way. I decided to buy this pattern and to change it to be a stockinette stitch. So I kept the construction. I wanted to make a v-neck, and I think this is a very nice v-neck. I haven't done that before. And also the shoulder, I think it's very pretty, even in stockinette stitch. It looks like this. Can you see that? It's, yeah. Beautiful. So this is very fun. I've come this far. Yesterday, actually, I made the bottom. It is in the pattern. It's a beautiful picot, I think it's called. And you know what I mean. But I really wanted to just have something straight. I tried the picot, but maybe I did it wrong. But it might be so that it's not the very best thing to do with a linen yarn, because this is 100% linen, and it's quite stiff and it's not very fluffy. In the pattern, it's recommended merino silk yarn, so it's a difference there. So I decided to make an I-cord edge. Edge is the word, yes, thank you. Which I hadn't done either before. But I found some YouTube tutorials, and I found out that when you learn it, it's not very difficult, right? But I think it's very beautiful. It's a clean edge. So I'll try it on another time for you. I'm very excited about this. I hope that there will be a couple of warm days. I've left this summer in Sweden because it's right now it's very, very, very rainy and cold out there. So I'm drawn to my wool knitting right now. Anyway, I have one sleeve done. Just have to make the edge. I will try it on to see if I want to lengthen it or not, and then I have to knit the second sleeve and make the edge there, and then it's done. Yay! It's very nice. I'm excited also to see how it blocks out, because it's in some places quite uneven in the stitches, but that's okay. I made it myself. Okay, the yarn is from this. It is 750 grams cone. We were actually at the place where they make this yarn, and we got to see the weavery. They have that making beautiful linen products. and it's called Växbolin. You find it in Hälsingland here in Sweden. I might put in some pictures from that trip. We made that last summer. Beautiful and fun and very nice to use the yarn finally. I used for this project 2.75 millimeter needles, and for the edge 2.5 simply because I didn't have any smaller needles, but I think that's fine. Yeah, so that's that. I'll keep on working on that one. Now so it's been summer, and I finally got to make something with a yarn that I bought last August when it was yarn festival here in Gothenburg, and I was amazed to find all the beautiful yarn and producers and hand dyers. Lovely. Anyway, the Tolsta tea by the Creabea. I have come this far, so it's a very small t-shirt right now. Anyway, I thought I would make a t-shirt, but then now it's kind of moving towards autumn, and when I bought this yarn, this is a yarn from Kremke Soul Wool, and it's called Reborn Jeans. So it's recycled jeans. It says 100% post-garment recycled textiles. And it's very soft. It's so soft. I really like it. It's 300 meters per 100 grams. Recommended needles is 4 to 5 millimeter. And so it says 70% cotton, 25% polyester, and 5% other fibers. So I guess that's what you get when you recycle jeans. So this is the other color that I bought. I bought 2 hanks from this darker blue and 2 hanks of the lighter blue. You can see this. So I am leaning towards making a long sleeved t-shirt instead, because then I can use it, I hope, this fall, and then I finally get to make a striped garment. Like, would this be nice? Yeah, I'll try, and I'll see what comes out of it. I think it's a very nice pattern. Very nice, actually, yes. I decided to make a somewhat shorter, it's not called cuff, neck band. Thank you. And I really like the shoulder shaping in this raglan construction. So that is my second work in progress. And it's on, I find that I usually knit a bit looser rather than tight, so I often need to go down needle size or something. So this is on 4.5 millimeter needles. All right. Now we will go into... Okay, so I have one more t-shirt. This is the Collett tee from Witre design. And I am knitting this in Sandnes garn duo. This is 55% merino wool and 45% cotton. I knit this in, oh dear, which needle size? I think 3.5, definitely, yeah. 3.5 millimeter needles, and yeah, we can talk about this another time. It is. I have some thoughts about both the yarn and the pattern, but I think I really like the finished t-shirt. I do. So this is an ongoing project. It has been waiting a bit for the hottest summer days, but now it's okay to pick it up again. All right, so the last project I would like to show today is a cardigan. It's an ongoing project from actually a year ago when I started it, and I thought, what the heck, let's try and steek. I really want to have a cardigan, and I found this one made in Nutiden yarn from Sweden, from Huldratee, and I have some yarn from there. I really like to knit with it. It's an unspun fiber, and it smells lovely. I could just pick this up and feel the, what's it called? Laggård. I'll try to translate it in writing. So this is the yarn. And the fiber is, I'm sure you've seen this before. So it's easily breakable, but I need to remind myself. Yeah, this one is knit in double, holding two strings together. Yeah. So this is a beautiful cardigan called Moorland cardigan. And this is how far I've come. So now I feel like I need to, and I want to do the beautiful sleeves with this beautiful cabled pattern. I really like this one, and also it's nice. It's soft. I do need to wear something underneath, because so far the garments I've made in Nutiden yarn, it is itchy, but it's also very warm and beautiful product and projects. So this one I'm really looking forward to to catch up with again, because it's been resting. Yeah. I knit this with, let's see, I knit this with 4 millimeter needles, and I am planning to stick in the middle there. So that will be a journey. It will be fun. I'll probably fix that too as well. You have to try, don't you? So that's what I wanted to show you for now, with the ongoing projects and finished pair of socks. So let's move on to the last piece of this, the last section of this podcast. So the next part, inspiration and purchases. I am very keen on making something new. I will talk about this quite soon when I get to that part. I would like to start though with what we found on the trip. I mentioned earlier that we were visiting Prague and Vienna. We took the train down to these places, and we also then stopped in Germany. And in Germany they have a lot of knitting magazines, and that's just, oh, it was heaven. So I brought some home with me, and I found this one. And I found this one. And in this one I found also this beautiful pattern. That is crochet. And we were in Prague for 2 nights. So we came Saturday evening and we left Monday afternoon, I think. And in Prague there was one yarn shop open on Sunday. So I went there. We went there. Thank you, my dear, for joining me. And the place was called Velen, and it was in a shopping mall called Palladium. And I found some Rowan yarn. In this beautiful color. So I got it. And then it's Rowan, it's, what does it say? It says cotton cashmere, 50 grams, 85% cotton and 15% cashmere. And it's made in Italy. Well, anyway, it was fun to get something from there. And I was then thinking, maybe I could make the crocheted blouse, t-shirt, what do you call it, with this. So that's something I would like to try out. I really like to crochet from time to time. While being in Vienna, I got to see 2 yarn stores. There are a lot of yarn stores in Vienna. I would love to go to all of them, but I got to go to 2, so that's nice. The first one, I put up a picture here. It was a very nice yarn store, although they didn't take cash. No, they did only take cash, so I wasn't able to buy anything from there, unfortunately. The second one I got to go to was called Velen, and I think this is one of their brands. I got 3 of these because the lady in the yarn store was so very nice helping me. Although I've been knitting a lot, I haven't really made that many. I haven't made like t-shirts, or I really don't know yet how much yarn I need for different projects. So she said, you definitely don't need more than 3 if you want to make a t-shirt with this. So this is 50% cotton and 50% viscose from bamboo. And it's very soft, and I really like this one because you can like see the 2 different fibers connecting to each other, and in one of them it might be the bamboo. I don't know that. It's like shimmery. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to take some better picture. Yeah, I think you can see it. So I thought this might be a nice t-shirt. It's 290 meters per 100 grams, and its recommended needle is 3 to 3.5 needles. And it was fun because, yeah, when I got in there, like I get quite insecure what to say, what to do, what to look for. I get like overwhelmed, and I felt like I want to ask her something, and I said, do you have any yarns from, and then I couldn't quite say the right words, and she helped me. She just completed my sentence saying, that's from around here? Yes, of course. So I hadn't been the first one asking that question, I guess. Anyway, so she showed me a few yarns, and this one I just fell for it immediately, thinking about making socks quite a lot the last couple of months. So this is handgefärbt in Österreich. It's hand dyed in Austria. This is beautiful. Look at the colors, and look at the sparkling, the glittery thread in there. You see that? So this color is called Pastel Regenbogen. Pastel rainbow. It is, isn't it? Oh, it makes me so happy. So, yeah, it's 75. They call it Sparkle Sock Mini Set. I see that now. It's 75% Merino superwash and 20% nylon and 5% silver stellina sparkle. It's not silver. Yeah, it's silver. Oh, I thought it was gold. It's silver. It's okay. It's beautiful. Recommended needles is 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter, and it's soft. It's 6. Yeah, it's 20 grams. Dye my style. So, what I would like to make the upcoming, I would like to start something. I would like to have a couple of socks ongoing. When I have been knitting socks lately, I have been using the short sock needle set, the circle, and I really do like it. I was concerned if I would not like it, because I think I wouldn't have been knitting socks then, because I don't like when it when you use the magic loop, you need to stop every 2 times per round, and the round is quite small when it's socks, so I feel like my flow is interrupted. But then I tried these short needles and I really liked it. I would really like to try the Chow knitting sock knitting set. It's not a set. Short circular needles is what I am talking about. Obviously. And I got some. I got some from Chow now, and I also got them in 2 millimeters and in 2.25 millimeters, because the smallest one I got was 2.5. So, do you think I should make socks with this? Do you have any ideas? Striped socks? Or maybe, I don't even know how many socks I get out of this. Oh dear. This will be an experience as well. I love experiences. So I would really like to start knitting some socks again and try these small needles. So I need to find out with which yarn. I have an idea actually, and I need your help. But I think I'll take that in the next one, because this is probably quite long now. Thank you so much for seeing this, joining me, listening to my thoughts about knitting and my projects right now. And I hope to see you again. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.